The need for you to start educating your children about relationships with the opposite sex early enough is very important. It's not enough to imagine that because you are raising them in the way of the Lord, you should not focus on other salient aspects of their day to day life, but expect they should figure out the rest. As early as possible, they need to be able to understand and distinguish their gender from the opposite gender. Many parents are afraid that talking about the opposite sex with their children may encourage them to start engaging in things they should not be doing. Not talking to them early will leave them open to receiving any information outside the home. Taking the lead by teaching them first gives you the opportunity to imprint the right things in their tender hearts. You already find children in primary schools talking about having boyfriends or having girlfriends, which almost always seems unbelievable, as you'll imagine them being too innocent to know things like that. It's important that you equip your child with the right things. Don't teach them unhealthy patterns to relationships by telling them not to talk to the opposite sex or not to sit close to them, or that they can get pregnant just from talking to a boy. Instead of telling them not to do these things, you can give them other healthier options and healthier reasons to have in mind. 1. Teach them about the uniqueness of the different genders and the need to learn and explore platonic friendships. It's natural that people want to be loved by others and love others. It's also healthy that at that early stage of life, true friendships are built and treasured without any other intentions. These children do not know this, but can know and understand when they are being taught. Secondly, the need to mature emotionally and spiritually before considering being in a relationship, regardless of whether other people are in one or not, is very important. There is usually the pressure for teens especially to want to be in a relationship because their peers seem to be in one. They do not know that maturity is needed. Guiding them to this understanding will help a great deal. Number 3, it's important that you teach them about the importance of time and consequences of actions over time. They hurriedly going into relationships when not ready may cause heartbreaks, hurts of other sorts that can affect them immensely over time. 4. Describe to them about beautiful courtships and the need to have beautiful expectations about purposeful courtships that will lead to marriage, so that they can look forward to it rather than dating casually with no objective, and that they can use this period to prepare for when they eventually get to be in a purposeful courtship. Understand that you are their first mentors and are expected to nurture them. Your child depends strongly on you, so don't fail them in this regard. If you are struggling with how to inform them or teach them how to go about these things, you can find ways to learn about how to do this so that you are also equipped and ready for each stage of their lives, as they vary from age group to age group. One of the key things you also need to learn for yourself is how to be an effective communicator for your children. When you know how to communicate effectively, it will help you. It's also important to remind yourself from time to time that you are once in the different phases that you find your child in. You want to be the best version of a mentor and parent that you wish you had as a child by being empathetic to understand how they feel and the challenges that they may face, especially with how they relate with the outside world, as you cannot shield them forever. Rather, you hope to equip them aright. It's important not to leave these things to chance and imagine that because you figured it out somehow, your children will also figure things out. You do not want them to get burnt along the way, so help them keep the sticks away. Many of the regrets adults have are things that would have been avoided in most cases if they were properly mentored. I hope that you have learned a thing or two from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please take good care of yourself. Bye.